If you want to be great, you must accept the responsibility that comes with it. The responsibility that comes with it is that you must overcome some great trials to become great. You want to be a leader, then you have to learn to follow. If you want to become great, then you must also know great failures so that you can identify great success.
Here's what I discovered that happens to you in life, that you will go through things, and while you're going through them, you can't understand why it's happening to you. But after you go through it, you get back and you look at it and you say, oh, now I understand why I needed that lesson.
When we encounter adversity and opposition, you keep it pushing. A lot of people done sacrifice for you to be in this moment. Knowing that a cat's mother had worked for them to be in that situation. Knowing that a coach had sacrificed to put them in that situation. Teachers believed in them, put them in that situation. And cats came in every single day and treated it like it was nothing.
Never give up, and you should never quit, because there is never going to be something that comes up against you that you are not personally prepared to face. Because this is your arena, and God never puts you in an arena that He doesn't accompany you into.
It's hard. Easy is not an option. It's hard living. Life is hard. See, it's hard when you are 49 years old and working on a job for 17 years, and they come in and tell you you're finished and give you 1 week severance pay.
If you want to be great, you have to be willing to risk it. But when you risk it, understand you have the skill set to win. And if you fail, you only fail. It is not the critic who counts, nor the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood.
To those of us who are living, we have an obligation to live our lives to the absolute fullest. Life is one big tug of war, and you don't win that tug of war by pushing the rope. You have to pull that mother. And a lot of times you have to pull yourself through life.
When you're working at your dream, somebody said the harder the battle, the sweeter the victory. Oh, it's sweet to you. It's good to you. Why? See, when it's hard and there's a struggle, see, what you become in the process is more important than the dream.
When you face something real, something genuine, something challenging, you find out what you're made of. And everything that you face must also face you. And in you, you have a toolkit. You have your will. You have your determination. You have your faith. You have your past experiences to build from.
You may not feel qualified. You don't think you have the talent. The odds are against you. You wouldn't have that opportunity if you weren't already equipped. It's in you, but you have to call it out. You have to start blessing yourself.
It's hard handling just the tragedies of life. It's hard.
Your mind has to be stronger than your feelings. Your feelings keep you in bed. Your mind tells you, get up.
Great actors, lots of hierarchies to attempt to climb, and if you fail in one, go try in another. But the point is, you're still trying to aim for the top, and what the hell are you going to do if you don't try to aim for the top? You know, flap about uselessly and whine about your life?
Comes up short again and again, who spends himself into a worthy cause, who at the best knows, in the end, the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, that's what most people miss out of life. You've got to be willing to risk. If you're not willing to risk, you can't grow in life. Decide to live your fantasy. See, in life, you can go through life, you can come up with reasons or you can come up with results. You can come up with excuses or you can come up with achievements. You can go through life blaming or you can come up with solutions. The choice is in your hands, satisfaction or despair. We can choose that.
I only will try 100 times to get up. And if I fail 100 times, if I fail and I give up, do you think that I'm ever going to get up? No. But if I fail, I try again and again and again. For as long as I try, there's always that chance of getting up.
There's nothing people can say, nothing they can do that can keep you from your purpose. And yes, there may be seasons of disrespect where it looks like they're getting the upper hand, but your time is coming. The meal is being prepared. You can trust the faithfulness of God.
If you took on all the responsibility you could take on, and you faced everything that you needed to face, who would you be? And how would the world transform around you? And it turns out that if you face things, that you can put up with a lot more than you think you can put up with, and you can do it without becoming corrupted.
Wondering why other people are successful is the refuge of losers. It's a loser mentality. It's a loser occupation. It's a loser practice. Because you're wondering why other people are successful. Like, who gives a... You can say you think it sucks, but to spend time wondering why someone is successful and hating on someone being successful.
Have a vision of the person you could become, and to reach the pearly gates, as it were, see who you could have been, contrast it with who you actually are, and be disappointed by the gap between them.
Not what might be, not what could be, not what should be, what is, okay? And we have to make decisions based upon what is, not what we wish it was.
I want to tell you this. We're waiting for somebody to show up for our life. We're waiting for somebody to do something for our life. We're waiting for the perfect time. We're waiting for the sun to come in the middle of our storm.
And I'm saying that if you know anybody that had some goal, some dream, something they wanted to do, and they did it, then I'm saying that you know in your heart that if someone has done it, then you can do it. It's possible. Till I win. Not over till I get through. Not over till I get over. Not over till I get what I want. Door can't open today, look out. I'm going to come back and take the hinges off. You've got to have that kind of courage, that type of determination. If you want to make it happen, it's you. That you've got to take personal responsibility to make it happen.
You can't wait for the storm to end. You can't wait for the opportunity to come. You can't wait for the forgiveness to show up. You can't wait for the closure. How many of us, we have spent our whole entire life waiting on something that we can create ourselves.
That's it. They're not smarter than you. God don't love them more than he loved you. It's just that they thought themselves into a different position.
And so to become fearless, why not find some time every day to practice becoming fearless?
When you make a commitment, when you make it important, when you decide I'm going to do it no matter what, life changes for you. See, most people don't keep their commitments to their commitments.
Fight. Go down swinging. And I'll tell you, if you fight with all you have, more often than not, you won't go down at all.
You may have lost and failed in one moment, but I promise you, what you learned in that defeat is like having that master's degree in life. I learned what not to do. Now I'm not going to regret the fact that I lost, because I learned. And the most dangerous thing that you could have ever allowed to happen, that your enemy would ever never saw coming, was the fact that you learned the value of you. Yeah. Now I know what I'm capable of. Now I know how close I was.